Time bends once more, and love faces the storm of destiny. As the screen fades in, we see rolling mist over the Scottish Highlands, calm, yet filled with tension. A familiar voice whispers in the dark, "I'll find you, wherever you are." The words echo like a promise made through centuries. The Outlander Season 8 trailer doesn't just tease a new beginning. It pulls us back into the beating heart of Jamie and Claire's story, where time itself seems to bow before their love. This isn't just another season. It's the final chapter, the last dance between passion and fate. Every frame feels like a farewell wrapped in mystery. Every look between the characters feels like a silent goodbye. But before we say our final farewell to the Frasers, there's so much the trailer hides, and today, we're breaking it all down. The trailer opens not with action, but with silence. A soft wind moves through the grass as the camera pans across the highlands. It's peaceful, too peaceful. The air feels heavy, as if it's holding secrets from the past. Then a flicker of fire cuts through the quiet. The sound of hooves, the faint cry of a distant battle. This isn't just Scotland, it's a world on the edge of change. Claire's voice carries us into the moment. She says something simple, yet powerful. Time doesn't heal everything. Sometimes it only reminds you what you've lost. Her tone isn't full of fear, it's full of knowing. It's the voice of a woman who has crossed centuries, faced loss, and still believes in love's power to bring her home. As the shot widens, we see Jamie older, stronger, but his eyes hold the same fire they always have. He stands near the ridge, looking towards something we can't see. The wind catches his coat, the light flickers across his face, and for a second, it feels like he knows what's coming. It's not just another battle, it's destiny calling one last time. The music swells, blending drums and strings, the familiar Outlander theme, now slower, sadder, heavier. We see flashes, Brianna running through mist, Roger holding something close to his chest, maybe a letter, maybe a goodbye. The stones stand tall, silent, watching. Every flash feels like a memory returning to life. Then the title appears, Outlander, the final season. A chill runs through the audience. It's more than a trailer, it's a promise. A promise that every unanswered question, every tear shed over 8 years, will finally meet its end. The camera fades to black, but the echo remains. The whisper that started it all, "I'll find you." It's a reminder that no matter how far time stretches, love remains. And this, perhaps, is what makes the Outlander story eternal. Before we dive into the storm of Season 8, let's look back at the path that brought us here, a path marked by love, war, and time itself. The last season left the Frasers standing at the edge of uncertainty. Claire, still haunted by the ghosts of her past, carries the weight of every loss she's endured. Her hands once saved lives, but now they tremble with the memories of those she couldn't protect. Jamie, her anchor through every century, remains the warrior of heart and soul. Yet even his courage flickers under the growing shadow of revolution. The world they built is changing, and the past they fought so hard to protect is slipping away like sand between their fingers. Roger and Brianna, torn between 2 centuries, face a different kind of war, one not fought with muskets and swords, but with choices. Do they raise their family in the safety of the future, or return to a past filled with danger, but tied to their bloodline? Every decision feels like a ripple in time, and every step they take might change the course of history. The stones, those silent witnesses of destiny, still hum in the distance. Their power feels stronger, more unpredictable. It's as if time itself is preparing for something final. In the closing moments of Season 7, when Claire and Jamie looked into the horizon, there was no dialogue, just a look full of love, pain, and understanding. The kind of look that says, whatever comes next, we face it together. Now, the trailer for Season 8 begins where that silence left off. But the tone has shifted. The light that once felt warm now glows colder. There's a new sense of finality. In every frame, as if the story knows it's running out of time, the stakes have never been higher. And the line between past and future has never been thinner. This isn't just another season of Outlander, it's a reckoning. The timelines we've followed for nearly a decade are beginning to collide. The battles once fought on fields may now be fought in the heart. The trailer hints that every choice made since the very first episode is about to find its consequence. And yet, through the heartbreak and chaos, one truth remains unchanged. Love is the only thing that defies time. Claire and Jamie's journey began with an accident. A woman who fell through time, but it has become a legend about what it means to love beyond logic. Beyond years, beyond life itself. As the trailer fades from memory to mystery, it leaves us with a question: can love survive the final turn of fate, or will time at last claim what it's owed? The trailer begins not with a battle or a cry, but with a heartbeat, slow, steady, and haunting. It's the same rhythm that has guided Claire through centuries, a sound that reminds her she's still alive, even when the world around her isn't. The first scene fades in, a mist-covered valley, where the morning sun struggles to break through. The camera glides over broken fields, scattered with echoes of the past, burnt wagons, torn flags, a lonely cross standing in the soil. Then we hear Claire's voice. War doesn't end when the guns fall silent. It lives on in the hearts of those left behind. Her words carry a weariness that only time travelers understand, the kind of exhaustion that no rest can heal. Then we see Jamie. His face is older, lined with quiet grief, yet his eyes burn brighter than ever. Standing before a group of men, his hand resting on the hilt of his sword. Behind him, the mist rises like smoke, framing him not as a soldier, but as a legend stepping into his final story. The look in his eyes says it all. He's ready to fight one more time. Not for glory, but for love. Cut to Brianna holding her child near the standing stones. The wind pulls at her hair as she looks at the ancient rock with a mix of fear and wonder. The sound fades, leaving only the hum of energy. She whispers, "If this is what it takes to keep them safe, then I'll do it." For a second, it feels like the stones are listening, alive, aware, waiting. A sharp cut, Roger appears, in a darker timeline. Old photographs scattered across a table, a journal open to a sketch of the stones. His hands tremble as he reads something, his face falling in disbelief. The lighting shifts to blue, a sign of time bending. Then, faintly, we hear a voice echo from nowhere. Not all journeys have an end. It's unclear if it's Claire's voice, or someone else's next. The trailer teases a new figure, cloaked, faceless, standing at the ridge where Jamie once fought. The figure turns, revealing a flash of a ring, old and familiar. Fans will freeze frame here, because that ring glinting in the light is the same one Claire wore when she first crossed time. The trailer moves faster now, flashes of chaos, gunfire, tears. Claire screaming Jamie's name, Jamie reaching through smoke. Brianna clutching her child as the ground trembles. And then silence again. A single tear falls, slow as time itself, hitting the earth before everything fades to black. The last image is simple, but powerful. The Fraser crest burning in gold against a black background. The words appear, the end begins. That phrase says it all. It isn't just the start of another season. It's the beginning of the end of an era. Every shot, every cut, every heartbeat in this trailer carries the weight of goodbye. Every trailer hides its truth in plain sight. What seems like a simple shot, a passing word, or a flicker of light often carries the weight of destiny. And the Outlander Season 8 trailer is no exception. Let's start with the most haunting image. The cloaked figure standing on the ridge. Fans have already begun to whisper theories. Could it be guileless Duncan, returning from beyond time once again? Or perhaps an older version of Claire herself, a time echo, shaped by her own choices. The cloak's texture, dark and torn at the edges, mirrors the one guileless wore when she first disappeared into the stones. But the figure's ring, that familiar gold glint, speaks of Claire, paradox waiting to unfold. Then there's the fire motif, burning through nearly every frame. Flames behind Jamie, sparks near the stones, a candle flickering beside Brianna. Fire has always been more than a symbol in Outlander. It's fate. It represents change, rebirth, and destruction all at once. In earlier seasons, fire meant survival. But now it feels final, as if the past itself is burning to make room for something new. A small but telling moment appears when Roger opens the journal. Look closely, and you'll notice a hand-drawn map with lines connecting the standing stones to a series of dates. 1746, 1948, and a third one blurred just out of focus. Speculate this could hint at a new timeline or a final convergence, where all eras of the story collapse into one. If that's true, then Season 8 may not just end the story, it may rewrite it. There's also the stone scene with Brianna. The light surrounding her isn't the usual golden hue we've seen before. It's colder, blue, electric, almost unnatural. Could the stones be changing? Or worse, breaking? One theory suggests the time portal is unstable due to overuse, that every crossing tears the fabric of time a little more. If this season truly closes the circle, Brianna might be the one to seal it. Finally, the most chilling moment, the crest burning at the end. In the flames, for a single frame, the symbol of the Fraser clan morphs into the outline of two intertwined circles. The same shape seen on the title card of Season 1, a loop, a never-ending cycle. Could this mean that time is preparing to repeat itself? History might begin again exactly where it started? Whatever the truth, the trailer seems to whisper one thing. The story isn't just ending, it's folding in on itself. Past, present, and future are merging into one final reckoning. And as the echoes of the trailer fade, one question remains. Will Claire and Jamie's love finally find peace? Or will it be trapped in time forever? The screen fades from darkness, and soft strings rise beneath a low hum, like the world holding its breath. The Outlander logo glows in gold, cracked slightly at the edges, as if time itself is wearing thin. Then, the words appear. The final season, coming 2025. That moment feels heavy. 8 seasons, a lifetime of love, war, and loss, all leading to this. Outlander Season 8 will be the grand conclusion to a story that began over a decade ago, spanning centuries and emotions most shows never dare to touch. And yes, this isn't just another chapter. It's the closing book of the Fraser legacy. According to official sources, production wrapped earlier this year in Scotland, the land that started it all. The creators wanted the final scenes to feel like a circle closing. Back to where Jamie and Claire's story was first written by fate. Rolling hills, misty glens, and the old stone cottages return. Echoing the visual poetry of Season 1, fans who followed since the beginning will notice it the air. The tone, the light, all deliberately crafted to bring us home one last time. Catriona Balfe and Sam Heughan return as the heart of the series, joined by Sophie Skelton and Richard Rankin, whose roles as Brianna and Roger will reach their most emotional peak yet. Several new faces have been teased, one in particular, described as a shadow from Claire's past, fueling theories that time isn't done testing her yet. Behind the camera, the final season is once again guided by Matthew B. Roberts, who's promised a farewell that honors the soul of the books and the spirit of the fans. He describes Season 8 not as an ending, but as a homecoming wrapped in heartbreak. The tone, he said, will feel both epic and intimate, large in scale, deeply personal in every heartbeat, and yes, for those wondering, Outlander, Blood of My Blood, the long-awaited prequel series, is already in development. It will explore the love story of Jamie's parents, a reminder that even when one story ends, the echoes of love continue through time. But for now, all eyes are on the Frasers. The trailer doesn't reveal an exact release date, only that it's coming early 2025, most likely between February and March, following Starz' usual release cycle. The 8 episodes are expected to be longer and denser, with the final one rumored to run nearly 90 minutes, an emotional farewell worthy of its legacy. Every moment in the trailer feels like a message to the fans, a thank you, a goodbye, and a promise. The cinematography looks richer, the music deeper, the silence between words more meaningful. It's clear that the creators know this season carries a different kind of weight, not just to end a show, but to let go of something that's become a part of so many lives. And maybe that's what makes Outlander truly timeless, not the stones, but the time travel. but the way it makes us believe that love can survive even the impossible. Season 8 is not just the end of a story, it's the echo of a heartbeat that refuses to fade. The screen fades to black, but the silence feels alive. Then, softly, the sound of a heartbeat returns. Slow, steady, familiar. It's the same rhythm that began the journey 8 seasons ago, and maybe that's the beauty of Outlander. It doesn't end, it circles back, reminding us that time is just love written in another language. We see the faint outline of the Fraser crest once more, flickering through firelight, cracked but unbroken. A whisper echoes through it, "I'll find you." The line that started everything now feels like a promise to the audience itself. A farewell from Jamie and Claire to everyone who believed in their story. This trailer doesn't just tease a finale, it feels like a love letter to those who waited, cried, and dreamed alongside these characters. To every fan who felt that time travel wasn't about history, but about hope. It's the end of a saga. Yes, but also a reminder that some stories live forever because they change us. If you look closely at the final frames, you'll notice something subtle. A glimmer of blue light beneath the flames, almost like the stones awakening again. Maybe that's the hint. Maybe their story isn't truly over. Maybe it's only shifting to another time. The music swells, a single violin playing the familiar theme, now slower, like a heartbeat fading into eternity. Over it, Claire's voice whispers, "Time takes everything, but it gives us memories to keep it alive." That's the moment. The screen fades, and the narration turns to you. So what do you think? Who is the cloaked figure? Will Jamie and Claire find peace, or will time claim them once more? Let the mystery breathe. Then the voice returns. Softer but steady. If you felt the same chill I did watching this trailer, hit that like button. Share your theories below. I read them all. And trust me, this time, every detail matters. And don't forget to subscribe, because soon we'll be diving deep into the final chapter of Outlander together. A final beat of silence, then a slow fade to the words, "Endings are just another kind of beginning." The screen cuts to black. The music fades out, and the heartbeat stops. From the very first frame, this breakdown should feel like a journey through time. Not just a video, but an experience. The visuals, pacing, and sound design should pull the viewer into the emotional heartbeat of Outlander. Visual mood: the video opens in deep shadows and muted colors, mist drifting across Scottish hills, the screen tinted in earthy greens and cold grays. Every transition should feel like turning a page in a memory. Use slow-motion panning. Shots, crossfades, and soft overlays of the standing stones or firelight between segments. These transitions symbolize time folding over itself. A recurring visual motif in the Outlander universe. When analyzing scenes, use freeze frames or zoom-ins on specific trailer shots. Overlay faint parchment textures or runes behind key visuals, as if the story is being read from an old journal. Occasionally, add gentle film grain to make the footage feel timeless and grounded. During emotional voiceover lines, shift focus subtly with lens blur from clear faces to out-of-focus landscapes to symbolize memory fading and returning. Audio atmosphere: the music should guide emotion without overpowering the narration. Begin with low, haunting cello or violin notes, something that echoes like distant thunder in a valley. As the script moves toward theory and breakdown, sections layer in Scottish folk elements, soft pipes, tambourine, or distant drum beats, evoking the Highlands. For transitions, use echo fades, the sound of wind, the crackle of fire, or a heartbeat gently pulsing under the narration. When revealing theories or emotional moments, drop the sound slightly before lifting it again, creating space for the audience to breathe and feel. The final outro should feature a single, sustained violin note dissolving into silence. Just before it fades completely, add one heartbeat sound, faint but clear. It's symbolic, closing the loop you began in Section 1. Voiceover. Tone: the narration should feel calm yet heavy with meaning. Steady pacing, warm timbre, emotional restraint. Think of it as storytelling, not reporting. Every pause should matter. The voice should sound like someone remembering, not reading. Avoid exaggerated emotion. Instead, Let subtle tremors in tone convey feeling. Speak as if you've lived through these moments, as if you too have touched the stones. Pacing and structure keep the total video length between 5 to 6 minutes. Maintaining rhythm and anticipation, 0 o'clock to 0:30 hook and emotional pull, 0:31 to 2 o'clock, breakdown and context. 2:01 to 4 o'clock, scene analysis, theories, and symbols. 4:01 to 5:30, release info, closing message, and call to action. 5:31, end outro, heartbeat plus, fade to black. Every segment should feel like a heartbeat rising and falling naturally, building toward that last emotional silence. Ending. Frame in with black screen and golden text fading slowly in. Time changes everything, except love. Hold for 3 seconds and fade out completely.